Yo, Ty Harper here, T Harp, Harp, whatever you choose. You tuned in right now to Play and Promise with Ty Harper, Hilltop.
Yeah, I just keep it real with myself, man, and just let everything flow from there. I'm talking about trust, I ain't talking about love. I'm talking about loyalty, my cash piling up. I'm talking about a fight, cause I won't bud. I'm talking about surviving all the drama and the fake love. All I need is my headphones. Good music in my headphones. All I need is my headphones. Good music in my headphones. Yeah, I see you haters wanna hold a grudge. You got your fingers pointing at me like I'm the one that betrayed y'all. I still drive the same kind of car, broken handle on my driver's side. Plus I need a paint job. Being broke is like burning in hell. Walking the green mile without mail. I think you forgot I was in those locks, fighting with cops.
My name is Ty Harper, aka T Harp, aka Harp. Yeah. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, 19805, the West Side, Hilltop. Grew up on 6th and Delmore, in between Clayton and Rodney. Yeah. Growing up in Wilmington was, I guess, lit, as they say it now. But I grew up around your typical urban story. However, of course, I have a different fingerprint, but grew up in the hood. You just had a choice. There was a lot of sports around me. All the things that come along with poverty. So, but a decent middle class area, block, so to speak. But yeah, Wilmington, Delaware, the Hilltop, man. Yeah. I saw a lot of poverty. I saw a lot of people on drugs, addicted to drugs. Fortunately, though, I had a lot of people in my corner, a lot of people on my side that was going to check me, keep everything, and make sure that I was on the right track. But basketball always did a lot for me. That was my passion. That's what kept me focused. That's what kept me on track. So, it did what it needed to do. I did what I needed to do as far as that goes. But I also grew up around a lot of good folks too at the same time. So it's just a matter of making the right decision. Yeah. So as a person growing up, like I said, I grew up on the west side of Wilmington. So, it's the Latin American community is heavy on that side of town. 4th Street is a lot of culture on 4th Street. As far as the Latin American community, you see blacks, a lot of corner stores, you see churches, you see basketball courts on 4th and Jackson. But I actually grew up on top of the hill, so of course that's where the Hilltop is. But even going farther up, you go up we pushing towards Little Italy, or St. Anthony's School. We got the basketball court up there, with I believe to be known as Father Tucker Park. We used to ball up there a lot. I played basketball at that spot. Tag. Whenever we got mischievous, we was up in that area too. But yeah, and then for me though, my home wasn't too far from the parks or whatever activities was going on. But whenever you saw me, you probably would find me with a basketball dribbling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always working on my handle. Your typical inner city kid. And just going back there and being there now, it was good. It was something I needed. Probably something I had put off for too long, actually. But just dribbling the basketball and going through my routine and just, I don't know. It's just being home, man. Being home and getting that feeling back. And believe it or not, it pours into my music. I take a lot of mental pictures, and that was the thing, walking down that block, taking mental pictures, remembering like, yo, I caught the bus here. I used to go to the water ice stand, double slice, Bernie's water ice stand. A lot of my friends worked there. My sister used to work there. And that's kind of was another meetup spot when we was about to get ready for the weekend or Young Bucks or whatever. That's where we would meet up. Like Bernie's, be up that way, go to the park. But yeah, and then just my block alone was all love. Used to be on the block. This is back in the day when you could sit out on the porch all night, and it probably still happens now. But this is just some of my memories. We used to sit out on the porch all night, R&B playing, hip hop playing. This is when we had cassette tapes. You know what I mean? Cassette tapes. CDs didn't come until later. Your boombox radio, listening to Power 99, things of that nature, WDAS. But yeah, just you look down the block, you look down the hill, you can see Frank's on the left hand side, corner store pretty much on each and every corner on 4th Street. So 4th Street is busy now. It's been busy since I was a young buck. And then one gift that I appreciate the most is that, so I grew up at the top of Delmore, right on 6th and Delmore. So I grew up at the top of 6th and Delmore, and then right down the street, I grew up, going visiting my grandparents every day pretty much. You know what I mean? That was the routine. Wake up in the morning, mom and dad drop me off there, they go to work, I walk up, hit the corner, and I'm at the bus stop. You know what I mean? Right, just right in my area. A couple more blocks down, as far as when I went to middle school. 2 more blocks down, I caught the bus on Broome. But yeah, man, we used to play 4 squares on Delmore. It was just dope. And then this is before the townhomes was built. So, like I said, I was at the top of Delmore, 6th of Delmore. My grandparents lived on Delmore in the middle of the block, and directly across from their house, it used to be a lot. It was an empty lot, and we used to do everything over there, from tag to kickball to you name it. You know what I mean? Flipping on dirty mattresses and everything. Like, I was just out there being kids, being young, man. And, you know what I mean? Of course, the older cats was down on the corner right on 5th and Delmore. And it was just always good. It's a real homey feeling for me. You know what I mean? The older cats down there looking out for us and making sure, the block is good and everything was everything. So it was a lot of elders around too, as far as my experience went. But it was real dope, man. Real dope. I appreciate it. I value my childhood. I just like what I'm able to pull from it, and where I'm at now. Yeah. So, driving around the city, I'm a respectful guy. I get along with a lot of people, so it's always, I like to call it a reunion. For real, a mini reunion, especially when the weather gets warm. I'm fortunate enough. I to have a car or vehicle to be able to drive. So nowadays, I'm just dropping my top, turning some music on, and hitting the streets. All love though. Good to see everybody. Being home, extending my network, extending my community. It's just the neighborhood that I grew up in. But I like to say that Wilmington, as much problems that we might run into, or as hectic and unfortunate of news that comes about, I also like to say it's a lot of love in the city, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. That's, you get what you focus on. So I'm just focusing on all the love in the city, everybody being one, and just trying to find some unity throughout my travels. But it's always a nice experience to ride around the city and kind of tap into where I'm really from and my roots. Yeah. So my process as an artist is simple, but not necessarily easy from the outside looking in. I'm a super deep person. I'm a very thoughtful person. I'm very deliberate. I always mention the fact that I meditate daily. Pray and meditate daily. I'm 20 minutes in the morning, drink my water. This seems like it has nothing to do with anything, but it has everything to do with everything. So just being a hip hop head and being an artist, I understand the importance of taking care of myself and being healthy. And that's where it starts. So typically, I like to start my day or start my overall process. If I know it's a day I'm gonna be in the studio, I enjoy meditating in the morning, getting out and going for a walk. I go for a walk, I see nature, birds, bees, trees, all that, and I get some of my greatest ideas. Now, when I get back into the studio, I typically like to play just whatever I want to hear. Whatever I want to hear. It might be some old music. It might be something current that I just like the feel of it. I am an old soul, so it could be a Marvin Gaye. It could be Lauryn Hill. It could be Aretha Franklin. It could be Stylistics. It could be it could be anything, but just whatever I feel. And then it is truly it's a palette. It is an easel of things that I bounce around from. As much it's organized, but I can bounce around to get to where I need to be. And also too, that leads me to be a business person. One thing I've come to realize about myself lately is that I'm an artist all the time. I'm always gonna be an artist. Business ebbs and flows and all that, but nobody's ever gonna stop me from being an artist. I'm an artist, and because of that, I want to help other fellow artists and other people who feel like they want to tap into their creative sparks. I got products. I got a portable studio right now available at survivalpackrap.com. I got merchandise. This hat you see, the hoodie you see, but it's more love. More love is the title of my project out right now, and you can find some inspiration in that and learn a lot more about me. And yeah, that's pretty much my process. But I try not to complicate it, and I try not to block myself, and just let it flow and get it down on paper and let it, let things come to me. And yeah, so it's simple, but it's not necessarily easy, Nah, you're not.
Nah.
But I got you.
Yeah. That's that hunger. See that hunger? He's so hungry, yo.
Hungry and starving.
You gotta dribble good, though.
Oh, look, got my fruit on my plant base. Played Blue Gold All-Star game, class of 2005.
Nice.
Go take it back to the base. One more.
This is all the bloopers.
The hell with that.
Woo! Nice. That was hot. I like that. That was good. Woo!
That's 2 for 2.
Yeah. That was good. That looked good.
Do a little something. I know a little
That was
something.
nice.